Groves. This former super middleweight world champion stands 6 foot tall with a reach of 183.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
Carl the Cobra Froch, a super middleweight multi-time world champion. George St. George Groves. This London, England native always brings the pain. He's a former super middleweight world champion and still believes he can get back on top.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch. Fighting out of the blue corner, a European, British, and Commonwealth super middleweight title holder from London, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, St. George Groves.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. They ring the bell, and here we go. Couldn't land that jab. Big hooks upstairs. One of the great rivalries in English boxing history is renewed in this one. It's Groves versus Froch, Part 3.
Fight number 1 didn't go too well. Fight number 2. Again, controversy. 80,000 people in Wembley. He keeps on reminding us. Let's get it on.
The straight right just misses. That jab misses. Both of these fighters have had their moments. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Nice job blocking the left hook. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweight? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Okay, now.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. A perfect counter shot. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Straight right just misses.
That's it. Set it up with the jab. Set it up with the jab, and then look for your power shot.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. He blocks that jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Got a lower stand. Look for the right hand. Look for the right hand. Work your jab. Look for the right hand.
Which fighter will say no mas? No rest for the weary.
Don't forget the body. Mix it up, body and head.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Just missed with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
That's it. Come on. Look across.
And there's the bell to start the round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
The jab slightly off target. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot.
Look for the left hook over that right hand.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Go looking behind the jab, and then.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. Can't land that jab.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. Swing and a miss with the hook. A straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Switch it off. You got complete off. And don't give him anything. Go.
They ring the bell, and here we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This has been a very competitive round between these two. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
The straight right just misses. It's all offense, all the time. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. It's bomb. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Have you got complacent? The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Only catching air with that hook.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. that creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The courage on display here is incredible. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Okay, now you've led him back into the fight that round. Right, let's go.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That's it. Set it up with a jab, though. Set it up with a jab, then look for your power shot.
Jab does not score. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
You'd like to see more jabs. These two are the perfect dance partners. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be the sweetest sound.
Go back out there and win.
Listen, you switched off. What you doing? Get out there.
And there's the bell to start the round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Double jab, bring it.
Missing with the hook. He blocks the uppercut. He missed with that jab. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Swing and a miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
Don't worry about it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Do you believe this? I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with him?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you got to get some before you get him close.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. So much for boxing. This is a fight.
Keep him guessing where it's coming from.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switching off.
In back together. You got.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Just missed with that hook. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters. That jab misses.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those puffed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try to cut them, skim them, go for speed.
That jab doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be...
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The jab doesn't quite connect. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Just misses with that uppercut.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook won't score. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Can't land the jab there. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
That's it. Don't forget the body. Mix it up. Mix it up.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Knackered, mate. He's knackered. Don't let
That here, and every time you see him take a big...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
come back with the left.
And he just misses with that jab. Pretty close fight here in this round. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power. And he caught George Groves big there. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.